Are you ready for this?
No. I'll never be ready for the worst night of my life.
Bangkok is known to have some of the craziest and most elaborate New Year's celebrations, and Kimball and I have never been before, so today we're braving the crowds and we're coming out to CentralWorld to experience their New Year's Eve. And CentralWorld goes all out. They have fireworks, they have concerts with like very famous Thai people here. Crowds are already gathering, and not only is it a big event, but they're expecting to have over 250,000 people here.
Why say it like that? Why not just say 250,000?
And we're gonna see how long Kimball's anxiety can hold up against the massive crowds here. Kimball, you seem to get over to there.
I've had all year to mentally prepare for this. The last New Year's that I did was in Boise at 2000. And we've been here for half an hour, and I'm very much so reminded as to why I don't do New Year's.
We're Rocky and Kimball, gay couple and husbands of 27 years. After decades of grinding and rising to the top of my field, we're leaving it all behind, choosing simplicity, meaning, and a fresh start here in Bangkok, Thailand. Join us for the adventure as we learn a new culture, build a life from the ground up, and rediscover our happiness in the land of smiles.
So let's get up and go, it's just you and me, kid.
So this was not my idea. This was Kimball's idea. I just want everyone to know that.
I'm pretty sure I'd watch this on YouTube. There is one bonus that you wouldn't get on YouTube is there are so many men here in uniform.
So we've only been here for a half hour. We didn't think it was going to be this busy already, but essentially people are already gathering to go in a restricted area on the main road, which they've completely closed off. There are a ton of officers in uniform as well. They're all preparing for the event. There's people carrying guns everywhere. Something that really surprised me is that Christmas just ended, obviously, but all the Christmas market is still here. We thought the stage was going to be where the Christmas market is, but no, that's still here. It's still going strong. And they've basically blocked off the entire road, and they've added a stage there. So people are now queuing up in the road to get through some metal detectors to go through, and it was pretty dicey, and the crowds were really crowding, and people were panicking and trying to escape. It was not a fun situation. So we quickly left that because it wasn't the vibe. We don't know exactly where the best place to go is to view the festivities, and in order to see the stage, you actually have to go through a queuing process, which you have to register for, which there's no way in hell we're doing that because we saw the crowds.
Yeah, it was like when push comes to shove.
People were panicking, trying to like get out. They were trying to be first in line. Yeah. People were getting trampled. It was not a good situation. So glad we didn't do that.
Yeah.
But we have been told that there are screens all over the place that will be showing them.
Screens. Everywhere.
So hopefully we'll be able to see some of the festivities. And then I don't know where the fireworks happen either. We literally know nothing.
I bet they're going to happen in the sky.
I think that's probably a good bet. Do you guys think? Anyway, so hopefully we'll be able to find a good spot to go, but we have hours before anything actually happens.
Why are we here now?
So we're just going to get coffee and just chill for a while before things kick off. We did go through the mall a bit. It is very happening. I will say it's very crowded. People are still shopping. And we did make a new friend along the way. His name's Pinky.
Pinky Pie. I think that a lot of people are just going to hang out in the malls until it's time.
Probably, because it's air conditioned, which I'm all for. Let's do that.
Okay.
Okay, but before we go inside, we just passed this booth and there's this woman doing this cutest artwork. Have to show you. Oh. You guys, it's so cute. Okay, so I talked to the artist and she's taking commissions basically to do drawings. So we did pay for a little portrait and we're gonna come back and pick it up later. She took a picture of us and hopefully we'll get to chat with her. She's so cute.
Hopefully we won't forget.
I'm not gonna forget that. Don't let us forget. Okay, so Kimball and I came up to level 6 of CentralWorld and this is where a lot of the food places are. But anyway, we passed by Kino Kanaya bookstore and they have the cutest illustrations. Look at these. That is so charming. And this is by... Oh, it's by an animation and design school. That's so fun. Anyway, it's interesting because they have a main store against the back wall, but then they have this whole center area as well with a bunch of books and things like that too. Not that this has anything to do with New Year's, but it's what we're looking at. All right, what are we eating?
Calming and familiar.
We basically come up here because it's less busy than downstairs, kind of, not really. Okay, so we're just exploring different places to eat, and as we were passing by this place, I was immediately reminded of pickup sticks as a child. Could you imagine if you like pulled out the wrong one and the whole ceiling fell? Anyway.
You know when you like pass somebody, you're like, oh, they're cute, and then they're all like, you're like, you're not cute anymore.
What were they doing?
Being hoity-toity.
Oh, you love hoity-toity.
Nah.
Speaking of hoity-toity, let's go to Sizzler. Huh? There's just endless restaurants. It goes on as far as you can see. This is where Optimus Prime eats, just so you know. Hey, but where are we eating?
I don't know.
Want to go to KFC? Can't decide, okay? Biscuit and mashed potatoes.
When I'm thrown into a crowd of thousands of people, I kind of shut down. There we are.
Ooh, Italian. Let me see. Oh, Spaghetti Factory. There's nothing wrong with Spaghetti Factory, I'm just saying. I've had it before. I want to try something new. Okay, we have decided on a place Is it new? No, it is Ramyun Kitchen, which we had in a previous video, but it's so good, and we've been thinking about it ever since. So we're gonna do it. I feel like we picked the wrong restaurant already because we're sitting looking at the one across from us, and it's beautiful inside, but there's these two peacocks talking to each other. I feel like I want to be sitting next to them instead. We ended up getting the same thing we got last time. So I got this baldock ramen with creamy carbonara, chives, nori, grilled chicken, super moist, delicious, and then they top it off with a fresh egg yolk. Gross. It's just sinfully delicious. My prediction is I'm going to eat this, and then while we're getting ready to start the fireworks, I'm going to suddenly need a restroom. Wish me luck. You guys, that is the bite. A little bit of everything. My mouth literally was watering as I was trying to film. It was like drooling. That's so good. It's like just slightly spicy. It's not too bad, and they have entire garlic cloves. It's really good. Not something you get all the time. It's a treat. That's the vibe. So I think this is Korean fried chicken with mayonnaise over rice with a bunch of nori. It's really delicious. Go for it, Kimball.
It's so hot.
Is it as good as you remember?
It's so good.
Cheers. Love you. Happy New Year.
Cheers, love you. Happy New Year.
All right, well, that was absolutely...
Delish.
And the total was $7.18. So not something we would normally do. It's a bit of a splurge, but...
We say that every time we come here.
It's good.
Listen, desperate times. It's the new year.
Since we're going to be up late, like we're probably not going to get home till like 2, we need coffee. And it's around 5:20 or so, 5:30. Swadika, Happy New Year. Kimball, say Happy New Year in Thai.
Sawasdeeปีใหม่.
Kab. Anyway, Kimball and I are not used to staying up this late while being out, so we're going to go get some coffee. Okay, so it's really random. We're here in CentralWorld, and we ran into our new friends who are visiting here. Can you introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Jofi. Hi, I'm Justin.
And I met with them earlier this week, and we had no idea we would run into them, but it's so nice to see you guys. How's your time in Bangkok been?
So far, so good. Can't wait to move here someday. Glad to be back. Glad to be back. Yeah.
Nice. Well, you guys are so lovely. Thank you for saying hi.
Absolutely. Hi, you too.
And enjoy the rest of your time in Bangkok.
Thank you.
Bye, guys. Have fun.
Bye-bye.
I was so taken aback. I was like, wait, who wasn't watching where we were going? I was so confused.
So Kimball hasn't met them yet, which is really funny. So I was just like, oh my God, it's them. And Kimball's like, who are we saying hi to? Anyway.
It doesn't matter. There were kisses and hugs all
Aren't
around.
they cute though? They're so fun.
They are adorable.
So we just came to the window here on the 3rd floor, I believe, and we're looking out over the crowd, and it is completely packed now. It was empty before.
I've seen busier, but the central area is completely packed.
So these kids were jumping in this big inflatable thing earlier, and the people are out taking it down today of all days. I don't know why, but who gets the VIP chairs up above Kimball? What if that whole seating area was just for like the prince of somewhere, and it was like he's the only one up there with all the chairs?
And then his plane was late, so he missed it.
Kimball and I cannot figure out where they're shooting the fireworks off from. I Googled it. I've been looking around. I can't see fireworks anywhere. We think it's the roof of the mall. Maybe.
I would guess the rooftops. That's got to be like the cleanest way to get a fireworks shoot.
So when we were in Boston, we went to a big 4th of July event to see the fireworks, and we had to get there really early. It's like early in the morning. We stayed till all day until nighttime, and we like talked to the people. They're like, this is where you want to be for the fireworks. This is the best place. When the fireworks went off, they were in a completely different area, and my coworker was so annoyed, she just like packed up the stuff and walked to the car.
Anyway, I just stayed at the hotel and had my little meal and watched it on TV.
Memories. Earlier we saw a giant group of guards lining up. There must have been hundreds of them, and I think they're spread all over the event to stop chaos, and there's guys walking around with military guns. Yeah. Don't you start bum rushing, you're gonna get taken out.
Don't want to be raw dogging. That'd be funny to watch somebody raw dog here.
I don't think that's what raw dogging means. That's raw dogging, Kimball, you know what it means. All right, it's 6 o'clock. The festivities are starting, and we've noticed that they have just turned on the live feed on the big TV over here, so we can actually see what's happening. You gotta flex on the other side. Ready, go.
Well, I don't want to put him to shame.
It's kind of hot. You guys, I don't know if they have these where you are, but they have these toys here called Fugglers, and I'm pretty sure they're real human teeth. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my God.
I feel like the Tooth Fairy wanted a side hustle to make some money.
Hey.
I don't like it. I do and I don't. I love it and I hate it. I love it. I hate it.
I like how it's funny ugly. That is not what fugly meant when I was little.
It's not funny ugly. Can you imagine being like, Happy Valentine's Day? I love it, I hate it. Okay, we came back out to the Christmas market because the singers have started, so we came out to see what it's like. And we had to show our ID to get out of the mall, and they took a picture of us.
It was very intense.
But you can see they have the concert playing up on these giant screens here and all over the place. So even though we can't get in, we can still stand here and watch.
Yay, less people.
But we're right behind the stage, so you can see everything happening.
Yeah, this is way better.
Let's just cut to a montage and look at all the fun festive things. through all the stalls, and only one of them had pineapple smoothies for 100 baht each. So we just spent 200 baht on these smoothies. They're the size of our faces. Cheers. Let's see how they are.
I already tried mine.
One Mac. It's so sweet. Kimball, you know what time it is?
Art time.
It's time to see if the little drawing is ready of us.
Not the book, and everything the picture here.
Oh, wait, what is it?
It's a coin.
Do I keep this?
Yeah, and you can
Oh.
put the coin after I ring the bell.
Okay.
Not the book.
Okay.
All right, what are you doing?
I don't know what's happening. Wait, so what do I do with this?
Put the coin after I ring the bell.
Oh, I insert the coin here? Okay.
Ring the bell.
Okay, and ring the bell. Okay, here we go. Ready?
Cute.
Oh, yay! Oh, Kimmy.
So it's so
That's so charming. I love it. Let's go thank her. Ow. So this is the artist, and you're Chubby? Nice to meet you. Hi. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Sawatdee Mai. Okay, bye. We love it. Thank you. That was basically 480 baht.
like less than $15.
That was so cute how they made you take the coin and put it through the window, and then she just took her hand and shoved it through the little slot.
Yeah, it was like a little photo booth photo.
But look at her little logo, it's so cute. Anyway, Chubby, love her. Can you hold that for me? Thanks.
Forever.
Kimball's like, why'd you buy things I have to carry now?
It's okay, it's only 5.5 more hours. It'd be great.
So we are hours away from midnight, so we came into the mall and we've just been walking around and we found a seat. And we're just gonna chill. We found a fun neighbor to hang out with, and
Sleeping.
Kimball's probably gonna take a nap. I told him sitting down was dangerous at this point because then we're just gonna get really tired. And
What is there to do?
do you think they designed this so people could easily take a nap on it, or no? Sorry, so we were just sitting and like really looking at this picture, and Kimball's like, I'm gonna pretend that's just 5 o'clock shadow and not gray hair. I've got green eyes.
I'm like, I'm sorry. That was like the absolute first thought I had when I saw it.
Was it?
I was like, cute gray hair or 5 o'clock shadow.
Because there's a kitty. Can I say hi to your cat? Thank you. What's your cat's name? Han Han. Han Han? Okay, thank you. I think it's Han Han. He looks like he's not excited about all the people. Oh, she's done. Oh my God, that is the cutest thing. Did you say hi to Han Han?
I didn't. You scared him away. Damn it.
What is happening here?
I don't know. I just want to go outside.
What is going on?
The final countdown.
Why don't all backs have this? We've come back outside and things are definitely hopping now.
Something's different. I can't quite put my finger on it.
It's the amount of people.
It's fun because we're together.
We're currently trying to walk to the other side of the street by the big C so we can see if we can see the stage. It's loud. So Kimball,
Yeah.
we need to walk all the way down the street with all those people and then back the other way.
How cute.
Hello! Happy New Year!
Sabaydi be my cab.
สบายดีค่ะ
Have a good day. Bye-bye. Oh my God, they're so fun.
It's fun because we're together.
That was a fail, so now we're going back. Now we're going back in. Get your IDs out.
Maybe we do, maybe we don't. I don't know.
You do, you need it. Okay, we're back in. That was easy. It's really beautiful because here in front of CentralWorld, they have 2 shrines, and I think they just redid these, right?
A while ago, we were walking across the skywalk behind us, and they were all covered up.
And they look stunning. Look at them. There's Ganesh, and I'm not sure what the other one is, but really beautiful. This is Ganesha, the Lord of Success. We've shown on the vlog many times. In fact, I think in last week's video. Look, they even show what kind of offerings Ganesha likes. So you can give banana, mango, coconut, grape, apple, papaya, all the things, except meat dish. Sat down. It's a little warm.
Yeah, nothing like sitting on the asphalt in Bangkok.
Oh my God, I want to do all the dance moves. People are doing the thing where they do like, you know what I mean? Go ahead, you can do it.
It doesn't look good when I do it. They're good at it. Oh wait, down in front.
This woman, Bowkylion, is playing it. We've never heard of her, but she is absolutely incredible. We're going to listen to her when we get home.
She's going on my Spotify.
Yeah. We've got over 3 hours left until the big time. How do you feel, Kimball?
I feel great.
It got really loud.
It's gonna be a long few minutes.
They're hype. They're really good. I'm trying to figure out if the Gelboys have their name because they like hair gel, because they're literally all wearing hair gel.
I'm getting
lot
behind my knees.
I cannot believe Kimball is here right now for hours through the crowds and a concert.
I'm sure you said something I'm like really amazing, but I don't know. I can't hear you.
I just can't figure out doing this.
This is fine. I'm sitting on my butt. I can't wait to see how much it's gonna hurt when I stand up.
Oh, a lot.
At least the floor is.
These performers are sweating. I feel so bad for how hot they must be. I am loving that the crowd went the craziest for the BL couple that came out.
We all know why we're here.
And I love they sang from Aladdin.
They're so cute. I haven't seen them in so long.
They sang A Whole New World if I can't put the audio in. It was cute.
You can probably get away with it.
It's weird because we watch so many shows with these guys, and seeing them like this is so interesting. It's like so weird to be here in person after all these years. The background stage is all these giant LED screens, but they have made the most beautiful backgrounds for all of the different singers coming up. Theirs is all florally. There was one that was super Art Deco with like fractal reflections, just stunning. So just in case you didn't know, the entire crowd wanted to be here just to watch the guys grind on each other. They love it when the boys touch. I'm just saying. How you doing, buddy?
My hips hurt. My feet hurt. My back hurt.
We're that age.
But I'm having a really good time.
Who these two singers are, but they are dancing, and it looks like they're getting married. It's the sweetest thing ever.
It's so pretty.
I'm getting emotional. It's 11 p.m. and we have about an hour left until New Year's, so they're just in between performers right now. Through all of the performers, I've been feeling really emotional and grateful for being here because this was a dream of ours to come here, and we've been watching a lot of these people on screen from all over the world, wherever we lived, and so it's really incredible to actually be here.
It's really strange that they're like right over there.
If you don't know who PP Krit is, he's very famous here. He's a famous duo of a BL couple here, and everyone's going crazy for him. And now Billkin's coming out, but we can't see him on the screen. PP Krit and Billkin used to be in, quite a few popular shows together, so everyone loves them together. If PP Krit and Billkin make an appearance together on stage and get anywhere near each other...
Oh, it's gonna be chaos and mayhem. It's gonna be fabulous.
As they move closer, the crowd's getting crazier. People are waiting with bated breath.
They're just getting a little closer. So do we get a home run?
It's an 11:30 check-in. Kimball, how you doing?
So tired.
I don't see why not.
They did us wrong.
It's Butterbear and the bow lady. So we're watching the screen in front of us, and during the most important moments, it just goes to like this CentralWorld ad. It's like watching YouTube when they cut in ads. Sorry if they did that to you. I want to know what Butterbear sounds like.
Oh my god.
That's what she sounds like. You guys, they have the yep people from Sesame Street up on screen. I love Thailand.
Can you imagine the choreo for the mouth monsters? He's having the best time. Butterbear is booty poppin'.
The two main singers people came to see, mics aren't working for the finale. I feel so bad they're having technical issues at the end, and it was so good.
Who invited Chewbacca?
Are you ready for some fireworks?
I am, but I'm like, what's the best location to be the closest to the train but still have a great view of the fireworks?
Know where you're getting to anytime soon. The 1 minute countdown has begun, and we have to kiss at midnight.
Oh my god, it's all very exciting. Usually I'm sleeping. 2, 1. Happy New Year. I can't even hear right now, but that was the most incredible firework thing I've ever been to. It was so close. Now we need to figure out how to get home safely because there are so many bodies between here and the train. What a privilege to be able to come here and do that. That was so emotional and so beautiful. Thank you so much for coming out to do that, Kimmy. Of course.
And thank you guys for coming with us.
Happy New Year.
Let's safely get to the other side of this. massive square and try to get home.
Easy peasy.
We hope that no matter what you guys do in your 2026, that it's filled with joy and love, and that if you have any passions in your heart, that you nurture them and follow them and listen to them, and that they take you somewhere very special. There's so many performances and events happening all over the city, and I know everywhere along the Chapraya River, including Icon CM, and a lot of places have a spectacular display, events, and fireworks show. But I'm glad that we came here. It was a lot of fun, and we got to see some of our favorite performers from here in Thailand, and it was like world-class entertainment.
Good stuff.
So close and very special. So we feel extremely grateful, and maybe next year we'll try somewhere else.
Like the couch.
This isn't Dick Clark's Rockin' Eve. We can afford to go out now. We live in the city. Kimball, you just need to get over to there. Okay, go ahead. Here, you can get off my arm. Kimball, you know what would be fun? A time lapse of the entire way home. Ready, go. This time lapse for crazy aftermath. Sukhumvit Road is closed. All the BTS stations are closed, and everyone's just walking in the street like it's Pride. And we have no idea where to go to get home, so we're just kind of walking towards our place in hopes that one of the stations down the way is open. But look at all the people. You want to catch a bike? Kimball, if I paid him 10 baht to take you all the way back, would you go?
I think he's picking somebody up.
Oh, this feels like an apocalyptic moment. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just very eerie. Happy New Year! Basically, all the exits are blocked, so we're just walking until we find a station.
Gosh, Kimball, why don't you like to not do these things? Because of this.
I think the honking will help. So Kimball and I got to our stop and we're walking home, and the air quality is so bad it said you have to wear a mask when you're outside. And then we started looking at all the lights, and check out how bad the air is. Like, you're not supposed to see the light.
That's a healthy glow.
This might look odd. The day after Christmas, they had a launch at PopMart. What we're gonna do today is we're going to unbox this entire thing, but it didn't seem entertaining enough, so I just floated the idea of we can do like strip PopMart reveal, where I have to guess which of the 12 Kimball's going to open, and if I get it wrong, I have to take off an item of clothing. Things are getting dicey, actually.